Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of an Amazon haul, but it is somewhat of a collective because I have a couple of other items, or at least one other item that didn't come from Amazon, but is something that I want to share because I feel like you guys might like it as well. So we'll go ahead and get into it. But before we do, please be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know, did you guys shop Prime Day? Um, Most of the things that I purchased were during the Prime Day during the Prime Day sale, or maybe in the pre-sales that occurred a few days before. So if you aren't familiar, Amazon does what they call Prime Days, which is like where they give discounts on different items. But I found in the past probably 3 years or so, pretty much um, since post-pandemic, the Prime Day deals don't hit the same way they used to. And what I mean by that is that the prices, I'm not going to say you can't find good deals because there are some great deals on there. And there are some things that get marked down with a very deep discount. But it used to be that like their products, meaning Amazon's products, like the Fire Sticks, the Echoes, the Alexas, like all those products, the Fire TVs even, they would get deep, deep discounts. And now I think they might have been 40% off at best, maybe 50 for the Fire Stick, maybe. But they used to be, I want to say like 50 to 60%. It was like a really good discount. But now I feel like they didn't go that high. The TVs, I think, only went up to, at least the ones I saw, Fire TV specifically, were about 30% off. So nowhere near, 50, at least 50% off. So if they were, maybe I missed them. But that was one thing I was in the market for, and it was for my guest bedroom slash office. So I wasn't, it didn't have to be the super fanciest thing. A Fire TV would work fine for what I need, just as long as it had those apps. But I didn't find the deals to hit for things that I wanted or needed. So like I said, there were some good deals. I did see, I'm in a lot of groups. I did see, some deep discounts on certain items, but they were either things that I didn't need or want. The last thing I want to mention before we get into the actual products is that creating a wish list on Amazon is one of the best ways to kind of keep track of products that you may want to purchase in the future, or even things that you have purchased before. I create like a list so I know if I ever like, oh, I want to get another one of those, or maybe somebody sees it and they like it and I want to gift it for them. So I create wish lists on Amazon to kind of track the prices of items and just keep track of things that I bought that I really like and may want to share with others. So I recommend doing that, keeping a list. If there's something that you see that maybe the price is not where you want it to be, or maybe you're just thinking about it, create a wish list. And what will happen is that if the price decreases, you will get a notification that it decreased. If you have Alexa products, they will tell, like mine will tell me, hey, there's a deal on an item that's on your wish list. And if you ask for it, it'll tell you like how much is off, or if it's a coupon. Sometimes it's a coupon, sometimes it's just on sale. And it'll tell you like what the discounts are and what the final price will be once you apply those discounts. And you can even go ahead and toss it in your cart through Alexa if you so choose. So I like making those wish lists just to keep a track, just to keep track of the prices. Sometimes things just go on surprise sale and you can snag them. But the other thing, and that was one of the last things that I noticed about the prices, is that even the things that I had on my wish list really didn't get deeply discounted, or they weren't on discounts that they haven't been on before, like just in a regular time. For example, I had a Paris Hilton cake pan. It's the heart-shaped one that's on there. The retail price is like $24.99, and it was on sale during Prime Day for $19.99. But it's been $19.99 many times before. It has, so just without it being like Prime Day or anything special, it has dropped to that price. So I didn't feel like that was something I needed to buy specifically during Prime Day, because to me that wasn't like a special sale, because it drops to that price regularly. So those are the types of things when I said that things were not discounted to, a special way to where I felt like, oh, this is really a deal and I need to get it during Prime Day. But there were a couple of things, and that is what I want to share with you. So we'll go ahead and get into it. But again, like I said, please be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you did purchase anything during Prime Day. How did you feel about the sales? Did you feel like they were good deals or not? So I'm going to start with what was probably my best deal for Prime Day, and something I was really happy about that did go on sale. And it was also on my wish list. So this was a good item that I was able to catch. And this is called the Tatcha Mini Favorites. So this is from the brand Tatcha. It's a skincare brand. It would be considered, I guess, a luxe skincare brand. The full size products can be a little bit pricey. Not all of them. Some of them are kind of like what I call mid range. But then when you start getting into like the moisturizers and some of the more specialty products that they offer, they can go upwards. Like, for example, the full size moisturizer is about $70 or so. So though that's what I mean when I say it gets pricier. But the cleansers are still semi affordable, and a little bit goes a long way. And honestly, the travel size, which are in here, are a decent size. And I have gotten, because I have used the matcha cleanse travel size before, the cleanser will last you for a good month at a once a day usage. So I would say, if you have been thinking about Tatcha and you're on the fence, maybe you don't want to make such a big investment in the full size, catching something like these minis is a great deal. Now the full retail price for this is $70 normally, but it dropped during Prime Day for Prime Days down to $49. So I went ahead and purchased because that is a great deal. And I say that because there's 6 pieces in here, and 4 of them are like sets that you can buy from Sephora as a travel size, and that is the matcha cleanser and the matching moisturizer, the matcha moisturizer. Those two you can buy together, and then you have the rice water cleanser with the matching moisturizer. Those also come in a travel set, and I think those sets are about 29 bucks a piece. So just with these 4 items, that would be $60 by itself if you were buying them separately in the store, in like Sephora. So it is a really good deal. It would be, as priced, this would be $120 value if you were to pay individually for these things. So this is a great deal. So outside of the cleanser, moisturizers, you also have the essence, which is kind of like a prep for moisturizers. They help your skin absorb the moisturizer better. I have not used that before. And also the Camilla cleansing oil, which is like a makeup removing oil. So those are the 2 white, kind of clear white containers. And then you have your cleanser, moisturizer, cleanser. And and it comes with this nice little bag. It just says Tatcha on it. So I absolutely love it. And like I said, I've become a Tatcha girl when it comes to skincare. So I'm really happy to see that I was able to get these. Oh, these are wrapped so nicely. I don't want to take them out right now, but I will, just to show you guys, just so you can see. And purple is my favorite color, so can't go wrong with that. Sephora does have a Tatcha mini set right now. It is currently $65, and it's a little bit different. You still get the cleanser sets, but the 2, instead of getting the essence and the makeup oil, I think it's something different. I think they have the exfoliating lip scrub and one other thing now, but it's 65. I will probably get that set too because that's still a good deal. But just to show you kind of the sizes, it is a decent size. So this is the Camilla cleansing oil here. And like I said, I've never tried that before, so I can't speak on how it works. And this is the essence, which is kind of like a refresher, like a skin refresher water. This is a healthy aging skin treatment, is what it says. It has green tea, algae, and double fermented rice. And again, that's just the essence. So you can use it as a like primer for your moisturizer. And this is the matcha cleanse, which I already have one of those. And this is the rice wash, which is the rice water cleanser. I'm excited to try that one. The matching moisturizer for the, let's see what's officially called, the dewy skin cream for the rice water one, and then the matcha one, I think it's just called the water cream. So this is just kind of like the standard moisturizer. So now I will say with the moisturizers, you don't get that much. They're kind of small, but the cleansers will definitely last you a good amount. So I would highly recommend trying it if you've ever wanted to try Tatcha. Get the mini sets, or if you find the travel, like if you know you want to try the matcha cleanse, go ahead and scoop that up and get the matcha. Or if you want to try the rice water, get those because they do come in sets for about 30 bucks at Sephora. So again, this is the cute travel bag. And I do have a set of Tatcha matcha cleanse in my flying travel, I tried to create two separate travel bags with products for things that I can take when I'm flying, and then I created another travel set for things I can take when I'm in the car or not flying. All right, so next from Prime Day, so that was a Prime Day deal, and the second thing that I ordered from Prime Day, I ordered those together. It's this book by Kennedy Ryan called Before I Let Go. Now I know all about Kennedy Ryan. I've heard about her series and all that, and I know a lot of people are big fans of this. It's three books in this series. This is book one. Um, and I look forward to going into the other two. People have said a lot of good things about it. And I've looked at this one, and I think this dropped down to about $6 and some change. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up. The other two, if I really like this one, I'll probably get the other two on Audible, and just download them. But because this was such a good deal, I went ahead and got the hard copy of the book. So Before I Let Go is about, if I remember correctly, a lady who ends up, her and her husband end up getting divorced, but it was one of those situations where it's like you never thought you would end up divorced, and they do divorce, but they have children, so they're co-parenting, and they have developed a healthy co-parent relationship, and they start to kind of wonder, like, could we actually, over time with the co-parenting, they are doing such a great job with that, they start to wonder, like, could we actually maybe work out, like, did we need to be split, can we try it again, or should we try it again? And so that's what this book is about. So it's like, could they get back together and give it another go, or, is it really done? So Before I Let Go, the title kind of gives you an idea of what that is. So it's kind of like, before we are safe for good, write each other off for good in terms of being in a relationship, um should we try it again? So I look forward to reading this, and I hope it's, lives up to the hype, and I want to read the other two books in the series because I am excited about that. So again, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, you can buy this book not only on Amazon, but like, it's everywhere they sell books. I've seen it. Target definitely has it. You still shop there. Barnes and Noble, like I said, it's on Audible, so you have lots of access to it. And of course, don't forget about your local libraries. The last thing that I ordered during Prime Day were these. These are actually called the 10-pack plastic envelopes. These are assorted colors, so they're like portfolio things. I'm going to use these to sort like bills and important documents. I'm trying to get that together so that, one, I can shred, purge, things I don't need, and then keep up with the documents that I do. I've kind of started that already, and I have some things already organized, and so now I want to use these, and I can give each one set, like, maybe, I try to go paperless when possible because I hate having to keep up with stuff, but maybe like medical receipts, or like, the bills when they send those little statements, just so um, credit card statements that they come through. But like I said, a lot of my bank and credit card and things are paperless, but anything that's not, I want to be able to keep up with it and keep organized. And these also come with like a little label thing, so you can label them so you know what's there. And also thinking of things like, I have storage units, so like the storage unit leases, my lease to my apartment, my birth certificates, my car title, like things like that that you don't necessarily need every day, but in case you do need to reference it, you want to be able to put your hand on it quickly and easily. And it's also kind of protective, so it won't get dirty or messed up. All right, so this next item is not exactly something I purchased during Prime Day. I purchased it probably a couple weeks prior, just for a vacation I was going on. And that is, I have the box here, a makeup brush holder. And I got it in this kind of pretty chocolate brown color. You can see it has, I don't know which is the right way. It has the little icons on it just so you can know, I guess, like what it is. But it comes, it's that kind of a rubbery silicone feeling, and it has a magnetic snap at the top here. So when it closes, it looks like this. Your stuff will not fall out. I used it when I went on my recent vacation to Miami, and I flew. So I did have this in my suitcase, and I put my makeup brushes along with a couple of lip glosses in here, and it works great. And it comes in a couple of colors. I know you can get it in black and as well as this brown from this particular brand, but they have tons of different ones on there, different sizes. This was a large size, and they do have a smaller one. You can also carry these in your purse, like if you want to keep something in there when you're on the go. But this is what the box looked like for my purchase. And again, these I think came in black and brown. And this is the size large. They do have a small version as well, or smaller version, and by smaller it means it's not as long. But I really liked it. It feels really good and it's easy closure, so I'd recommend it. And I think it was like maybe between $4 and $6, so not expensive at all, and it feels like a good quality, like it's gonna last. So I'm gonna be keeping this in my travel size. If I can find the link to this, I'll go ahead and put it in the description box. But again, there are tons of other makeup brush holders like that that you can choose from, and colors and sizes as well. Last but certainly not least, this is a non-Amazon item, and this came from Aldi, actually, down their aisle of shame. And not aisle of shame, but the aisle that doesn't have groceries. It's the aisle that has like everything else. And on Facebook, there's a group called Aldi Out of Shame, and this is where I saw this product. And so I'm a big Hello Kitty fan, if you didn't know. And so they made these coolers, like cooler bags, and they had Hello Kitty, Lilo and Stitch, and Minnie Mouse. So the Lilo and Stitch was super cute. Like, I may consider that one if it's still there, because they only had a couple. But the Hello Kitty, I absolutely had to have when I saw it. So it is like a can cooler thing, and I'll show you on the tag because it shows how it folds out and everything here. A collapsible cooler tote is what it is. And you see it's flat now, but it comes out. It has a zipper across the top. You have the pouches on the front, and also a little pouch on the back there, so like you can sit something in there. And then it has the straps. You can either do like a long carrying strap, and then also has like the shorter strap. So, and it has these clips that you can also use to close it depending on how you have it. So I just want to show you guys again what it looks like. This is what it looks like flat, obviously. So easy storage when not in use. And then when it is in use, it shows you like how to use the straps and how it kind of like puffs out. So again, it looks really nice. Let me see the inside. It's just the kind of refrigerated, normal refrigerated look there. But I absolutely love this. I had to have it. And like I said, they had other Disney. They had the Lilo and Stitch and Minnie Mouse, and they were like $14.99. So great deal if you can still find it. You know, things down that Aldi aisle that do not have that aisle where they have like random things get gone. This was kind of going viral in that group. So I would suggest if you have an Aldi and you want to check it out, go look and see. And hey, they might be on sale, because a lot of times things like that, they're there, and then before they get ready to clearance them out, to get rid of them, if they don't sell, they will clearance them down. So I'm going to double check my Aldi. I'd recommend you check yours if you like them, or if you like Hello Kitty, or if you also have someone, you or someone else are a fan of Minnie or Lilo and Stitch. But that's all I have for you in my haul. Like I said, I hope that you guys were able to find some deals on Amazon Prime. If you were looking, let me know down below if you found anything that you thought was a super great deal, or just a deal that you have been waiting on. And also your thoughts on the deals overall. Do you think that the Amazon Prime deals have kind of dwindled as the years have gone on, meaning less deals, or the discounts are not that deep? Just let me know what you think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.